Hi everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Envy model from Tuya Knives. First of all, in the name of disclosure, I have no affiliation with any knife manufacturer, distributor, or retailer, and this knife was purchased with my own funds. As far as I know, Tuya is a small company which does their own manufacturing, and they mostly sell direct to the consumer from their website. So the knife we have here, the Envy, follows the pretty much standard pattern of a titanium frame lock flipper. You have titanium contoured handles. The blade length is approximately 3 1/4 inches to the front of the bolster. It's a relatively compact knife. Let me bring up a Bic lighter for size comparison. And folded. The knife is relatively thin also, so it doesn't take up much room in your pocket. And the weight of the knife is 4.0 ounces even. Okay, let me talk about the positives of the knife. First of all, I feel the construction is very good. I feel the quality is up there with Tuya Knives and Kaiser knives. There's very nice milling on the titanium handles. There's kind of a micro pattern on the flat areas, which you probably can't make out on the camera, but it's kind of interesting that they did. You can't feel it at all, but you can see it with your eyes. The ergonomics are quite good. There's no hot spots. The positioning of the thumb ramp is excellent. It's about 1 inch, the tip of it is about 1 inch forward from the front of your index finger, which I feel is the ideal placement. Let me go into some of the negatives now. The first of all is going to be the colors, particularly the pocket clip and the back spacer. They are a bright green, which is not going to appeal to a lot of people, and it's not very subdued at all, so it's going to show up when it's in your pants. Another thing that I'm not a fan of is that the angle of the bolster is not parallel to the angle on the ricasso, and it's not parallel to this grind line on the front of the blade, and also above the fuller there's also another angle there. So you sort of have all these angles going in slightly different directions. I think that's kind of distracting and kind of a design flaw. Another thing I'm not a fan of is just these angled bolsters in general make the knife longer than necessary. If they made it at a 90-degree angle, the knife would be shorter. And also, when the blade is open, these angled bolsters take up cutting area out of the blade. Let me go into functional issues. First of all, the detent is quite weak. It's pretty easy to fail, especially if you don't have the blade down. In my opinion, the detent should be a lot stronger. Another functional issue is that the retention on the pocket clip is very weak. Don't do a handstand with this knife in your pocket or it's going to fall out. This is kind of a common problem with these milled titanium clips because titanium is quite a bit that's less stiff than steel and has a lower spring rate. So I'd be happier with a standard stainless steel clip, which are functionally much better. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. I think Tuya could do a larger version of this knife, say 3.5 to 3.6 inch blade length. My fingers are relatively thin and they fit on this handle fine, but if you have fat fingers, they might go off the end of the handle, so a larger version of the knife might help that. I think that wraps it up. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye now.